Hi everybody, welcome back to the second video of Red Rhino Studio TV. I hope you liked the first short video, a whopping 1 minute and 1 second long. I've got no idea how YouTube cope with that. For this video, I wanted to tell you more about the comic, its title and the ideas behind it. So, what is it with that title? Omniverant is called after the main character, who we see here. This is Kyla. Now, we will get to know her in time, so I won't dwell on her here. Now, normally when I say omniverant to people, I usually get a confused look, and to be fair, that's not surprising. Omniverant is derived from omnivore and omnipotent, as in the eating of plants and animals and being all-powerful. Those definitions do kind of feed into what this character can do. Side note, I haven't made a comic of someone whose specialness is to have veg with their roast chicken, and by the way, have total control of the universe. As much as that is pure box office gold, it's not this comic. So I took the idea of someone doing a couple of things and thought, wouldn't it be cool if this person has control over many things? If these things were, say, powers, and in normal circumstances within this universe only one person per power, wouldn't it be awesome if this person, this special being, the Omniverant, could in fact control them all? And what type of person would that character be? So what are these things that they can do? Now, I'm not going to give away too much here because I want you to buy the comic when it's done. Shock. Suffice to say, an Omniverant is a being that is greatly feared and with some justification. Now, to become an Omniverant, that person is chosen. The specific criteria is secret. Some people are naturally able to wield one of these powers, as I said before, and sometimes it's been known that groups of these people, each with different powers, get together so they can have like a complementary array of these powers and, you know, become like a formidable fighting force of their own. But remember, none of them are more powerful than the one Omniverant. Now, in this universe, the last time an Omniverant existed was over 12,000 years ago. Their very existence ended up reshaping the solar system into the one that we see today. Now, Kyla, newly orphaned Kyla, discovers that her father is not the man she thought he was. And in looking into who he was, she finds that her history comes from a direction that she did not expect. Her entire world gets turned upside down. Now, this comic is that journey. She comes to a realization of identity and to have potential, and we follow her finding a way to fulfill it. Also, the discovery of the fact that once again, an Omniverant walks among us. Therefore, the question is, will the solar system be recognizable? In fact, this time, will it even survive the end? So anyway, that's the title. The comic itself will span many worlds, many worlds, so many worlds, and thousands of years. I've taken Egyptian mythology, which I love, and the idea that aliens have been with us since we discovered how to make fire and the wheel, which is awesome, and created a story whereby someone who has the potential to destroy us all might just have the ability to save us instead. Da da da! Here is the comic. Okay, so unsurprisingly, we start with page 1. This is where we're first introduced to Kyla and doing what she's doing at this particular point. Now, she is on board a ship which collects comets and asteroids, meteors for mineral processing. This is science fiction. It's in the future. People who live out in space have got to get their basic minerals, etc., from somewhere. In this case, it's going to be asteroids and comets. We get a little idea of her character. We can see that she's quite feisty, she's quite boisterous, a little bit clumsy. She kicks a satellite and ends up having to drift off into space. Thankfully, that tether, though, is what saves her. Just a particular side note on this, I got some feedback on the initial printing that I did, that there was some swearing here that didn't seem to gel quite well with the type of story that I was telling. So it's been dropped. There is no swearing on this now, so hopefully a benefit of that is it's going to be a bit more accessible to younger audiences. I'm sure, as any publicist will probably tell you, broadening the audience is never going to be a bad thing. Now, what's going to happen on the rest of the video here is just going to be some screenshots and some close-ups of the first 4 pages. This way we get a little bit of idea of where Kyla is at this point. In terms of the materials I use, what I normally do is it's going to be traditional materials first, so it's going to be good old pen, paper, penciled in ink with a brush and Indian ink. That then gets scanned into Photoshop, where I drop the blue pencil work, which of course in Photoshop is quite easy to do because you can just isolate the particular colours. Once that's then done, you tidy it up, you get rid of some of the grey marks, you brighten it up, you get some of the blacks looking a little bit darker, and then you go into Photoshop for the colouring. Oh my god, some of the characters. Crikey. So here we're going to be able to see some work that I've actually got on my Instagram account. So again, if you want to start following me there, you can do. Get some extra bits occasionally. I may forget to post something to everything, so if there is one on one, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be on the other. So it would be an idea to perhaps maybe follow me on everything. Now, these characters that you're seeing here, these are not ones that are seen immediately. They're kind of introduced one by one in the story. They're quite pivotal. They're going to be the characters that are going to see Kyla pretty much to the end of the story. So basically just photographs from my sketchbook, ink work on top of blue pencils. Oh, that's the end of the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and ask away any questions on the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye bye.